Listen, I'm just going to put it out there. This is the best World Cup ever. Period. What's going on, guys? Elisha here. Welcome back to God. Match day 3 of 3 of the World Cup is officially done. We are already in the knockout stages. This World Cup is absolutely mind-blowing. Like, I've been having a blast watching these games. It's so unpredictable right now. Anybody can win this. It's crazy. I really did not expect this. You know, this is really the year of the underdog. Maybe not to win it all, but I don't know. I can't call it right now. Right now, like, I'm done making predictions, to be honest. I don't know who's gonna win what's gonna happen. Oh, every single moment of it. 4 years, this is what we want to see. This is what I've been waiting for so long. Finally, like, we're getting some real action. Every single match, there's no boring match at all. All the games from the group stage over. So many upsets. Man, Germany. Oh. Listen, let me tell y'all the scores, everything that happened so we could get to the knockout stage and all of that good stuff. Let's get to it, man. All right, so real quick, Saudi Arabia against Egypt. Saudi Arabia won that 2-1. Uruguay beat Russia 3-0. Iran, Portugal ended in a 1-1 draw. Spain versus Morocco ended in 2-2. That game was very entertaining. Spain has such a good team. But Morocco played with heart, man. Like, they really wanted that. They really wanted to qualify, and they were 1 goal away from doing so. It was heartbreaking for them. I wanted to see another African team make it, but, you know, tough luck. But yeah, then we have Australia against Peru. Peru won that 2-0. Both teams were eliminated, so they didn't move to the knockout stage. Denmark against France ended 0-0. That game itself kind of got me worried about France, because I was like, if Denmark can hold you to a 0-0 draw, you know, what are you going to do against, you know, some of those bigger defenses? Like, they're really going to have some struggle scoring, which, you know, they ended up proving me wrong. We're going to talk about that later. But that ended in 0-0. Both teams did move on to the knockout stage. Nigeria against Argentina, the game that Argentina needed so desperately, and they got it. They won 2-1. Messi finally got his goal, scored the first one, and then the second one, the winning match goal by Marcos Rojo. Argentina almost didn't make it. Like, they were hanging on for dear life. But, you know, they put in that extra effort. They played with heart. I respected them that game. But the fact that they could really hang on for that last game just to make it through the knockout stage is respectable. And then we have Croatia, who beat Iceland 2-1. Mexico against Sweden. Sweden beat Mexico 3-0. Terrible performance by Mexico. Unbelievable by Sweden to make it to the next round. That game was what really tipped it over, was what really showed, like, this is gonna be crazy moving on to the next games. Like, Sweden really doing exactly what it needed to do to beat Mexico 3-0 by all the goals, and they ended up winning that group. And then the highlight of that day, South Korea beating Germany 2-0, knocking out the defending champions from the World Cup in the group stage. The curse continues. France, 1998. Italy, 2010. Spain, 2014. Now Germany, 2018. All these champions get knocked out in the group stage in the following World Cup. It's crazy. Germany is really out. By who? South Korea. Like, South Korea. BTS, South Korea. Germany got knocked out by South Korea. Anyway, Switzerland against Costa Rica, which ended in a 2-2 draw. Then we have Serbia against Brazil. Brazil won that game 2-0. Much better performance from Brazil. I still think Firmino should be starting over him. Not that Gabriel Jesus is any less qualified to start than Firmino. I just feel like, you know, Firmino's a bit older. Gabriel Jesus, you know, it's his first World Cup. It's kind of, you know, you can see it's taking a toll on him, but it's time for him to really step up right now. You know, Mbappe's stepping up. You know, the younger players, the Rashfords and the Lingards, they stepping up. We need him to step up. And then Colombia winning against Senegal 1-0. Senegal ended up not making it to the next round because they had one more yellow card than Japan, because Japan also lost their game against Poland, which means they ended up having the same amount of points, goals for and against and the same goal difference as Senegal. So what saved Japan is that they had less yellow cards accumulated than Senegal. So because of the FIFA fair play points is what they call it, Senegal ended up getting eliminated and Japan went through. So then we have England against Belgium. What rumor has it that England actually tried to lose that game on purpose so that they would get the easiest side of the brackets, but the way this World Cup is going right now, there's no easy side of the bracket. Anybody could lose. Anybody could beat anybody right now. Like, it's that serious. So if you don't want to go home, you better show up. Whatever team you show up. But Belgium ended up finishing the group stage with 9 points. Don't call Belgium a dark horse. They're not dark horses. They're favorites. But then again, there's no favorites in the World Cup anymore because anybody could be anybody. I've said it, you know. And then Tunisia beating Panama 2-1. Both of these teams also got eliminated. All right, now let's get to the real stuff. The real stuff.
The real stuff. Oh my God.
France versus Argentina. 2 goals from Mbappe, 19 years old, youngest ever World Cup goal scorer for France. France won that game 4-3. Let that set in. Take your time. 4-3. First of all, France, how do you let that Argentina side put 3 goals past you? 3. Messi didn't score. Argentina's eliminated. Mbappe is a horse. Griezmann cannot miss penalties. Argentina can't play together. Sampaoli needs to be fired. Just go. From minute 1, how are you? You're the manager of the team. Nervous wreck. Just like fidgety. Like he's needed, like Maradona gave him something before the game or something. Like what? How are your players supposed to be calm when you yourself are showing how much the pressure is taking a toll on you? Dybala played a total of 22 minutes the whole World Cup. Congrats, France. You know, I feel bad for Messi, obviously, but, you know, it's a cruel game. You know, you got to show up as a team. That's when it shows. What do you have as a team, as a group, as a unit? That's when it matters the most. Speaking of which, Portugal against Uruguay. Uruguay won that 2-1. I actually predicted that match. I predicted that score. Listen, that's why you guys have to be following me on Instagram because I make these predictions. Like the Facebook page. I'm going to link those all down below. All of that is going on the internet right before the game starts. So, you know, check that out. Don't miss out. Don't miss out on my crazy predictions because I'm a prophet. I'm telling you right now. I does this. But yeah, that Uruguay defense is ridiculous. It's just nasty. Solid brick wall. You can't go through it. 2-1, 2 goals from Cavani. Suarez out here just assisting, providing, taking a step back from the goal scoring and just doing what he has to make his team win. That's what I'm talking about. Playing as a unit. Sometimes you just gotta, your movement gotta be up there. Sometimes you gotta step back and play a little more defense when your defense is slacking. Sometimes you got to be assisting. That's what they need. That's what Argentina was missing. But actually, I just think Portugal was lacking quality. You know, they have this tendency of just playing counter-attacking football, having Ronaldo as that point man, you know, trying to get those goals in at the top of the box because they get, and then, you know, maybe on set pieces, corners, trying to get him up there, you know, get those headers. But you know, that's not enough. You need a little bit more skill. You need a little bit more organization. Counterattack isn't going to win it every single time. Sitting back is not going to do it. 2 GOATs, Messi and Ronaldo, in the same day go out of the World Cup. And this might just be both of their last World Cups. Messi's going to be 35 next World Cup, and Ronaldo's going to be 37. So definitely this was their last World Cup, and it's sad that they had to go in the first round of the groups of the knockout stage, but at least they made it through the group stage. It would have been super embarrassing if they did it. But again, this brings up again the discussion of what makes a player great. What puts these guys in the top 5s of all time? Who's gonna dethrone the Ronaldos, the R9, the Zidanes, and the Peles? You know, you gotta win that World Cup. That makes the difference. And I know it's kind of unfair that you have to be judged by that one competition, but that's just how it is. If you don't win the World Cup, you can't be put in that discussion. You can't dethrone these top 5 guys. You could be in the top 10 maybe, top 15s, to be on the Mount Rushmore of football, you gotta win the World Cup. There's just no other way around it. And then we have Spain versus Russia. The game ended 1-1 in regular time. Sergio Ramos, Busquets, Iniesta, Asensio, David Silva, De Gea, Piqué, Jordi Alba against Russia. The only name really that struck out from Russia that I remember is Golovin. And then I know Putin. That's the only two Russians' names that I know. There are no small teams anymore in this World Cup. This is the best World Cup ever. Then it goes to penalties. Russian goalkeeper stops 2. Russia's in the quarterfinals, the host. What? So much respect for Russia for making it through. Like, that is no easy task. I hate it when just big teams, and I hate to say this as a Barca fan, but when they just always overshadowing those small teams. I love it when, like, quote unquote small teams put their money where their mouth is and they get the job done. And in the same day, Croatia, Denmark, 1-1. Goes into extra time. Penalties. Croatia wins. That result a lot more predictable. A lot more predictable than, you know, the Russia-Spain one. Croatia were the favorites. Croatia were gonna probably win in regular time. Denmark again, but you still have to you still gotta respect it though. Denmark held on to extra time and went to penalties with Croatia. The entertainment factor in this World Cup is off the charts. Like, you have something to talk about every single time. The fact that Denmark could pull through and hang on for so long, drag Croatia to penalties, is incredible. It's just pure football World Cup magic. And this week we have just a bunch of other games. Brazil, Mexico, Belgium, Japan. Going into that game, most people probably thinking Belgium is gonna sweep through Japan. Hey, don't be so fast. Colombia, England, Sweden versus Switzerland. And then Uruguay and France are already playing each other in the quarterfinals. And then we're gonna have the other 3 quarterfinal games. But I feel like every single team is so focused. Everyone has their head in the game. It just matters like who on that day is better. But yeah, I can't even express like how excited I am for this week coming in. Tune into that. Also, make sure that you follow me on Instagram. Follow both Instagram pages. Like my Facebook page. I'm gonna be posting, you know, some pre-match, you know, stuff, just my thoughts on everything, halftime, all of that good stuff. Make sure you follow all these social media pages. And also make sure you're tuning to the games. Don't watch the highlights. Actually sit down, watch the games, put your phones away. Enjoy the moment. We're only gonna have this for 2 more weeks, and then we have to wait 4 years again. So make sure that you're tuning into these games and that you're experiencing it. If you can, link up with some friends, go to the bar, whatever you gotta do, just enjoy the games, enjoy the matches. But with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like for your boy. But if you didn't, don't be afraid. Drop that dislike. But just make sure you let me know down in the comments below so that I can improve for next time. Also, again, check out the social media. Don't miss out on anything goal related. Check out the music used in this video. You probably know it already. And I'll see you guys next week on Goal. Peace.
One life, live it up, 'cause you got one life.